The meditations that we do in this group, primarily the light meditation, the Maypole meditation, as well as some others. They come from a woman named Phyllis Crystal. Phyllis Crystal wrote a book called Cutting the Ties That Bind. And so our teacher, Tom Zelle, was a student of Phyllis Crystal. So he learned this method directly from her. And now you're learning it. So it's this really cool thing of legacy when we talk about meditation and healing. We're part of a lineage. So Dr. Tom Zell, did a 4-week meditation workshop. And of course, he picked Sunday night to do the workshop. So that's why I haven't been here the last 4 weeks. But so much good came out of this workshop. Me being in this workshop, I learned so much. I benefited so much, and I'm here to pass on that benefit and that value to all of you, and therefore you to the people that you work with, whether it's your students or your clients. One thing that I do want to share is the purpose of this work. Yeah, Andrea went with me. That was so good. Purpose of this work is to understand what is the truth, what is the truth as far as we can know it about who we are. And when we ask this question, who am I? What do we usually say? Well, how do you answer if someone asks you, who are you? How do you answer that question? So we were really exploring this in this workshop, and I'm grateful for the leaders that they'd step up to cover. And something that came out of that was of having different people lead meditation and making this more of a communal responsibility. So it's not just the Javier show, but actually we're training each other as leaders of meditation. So if this is only your 3rd or 4th week, don't worry, I'm not talking to you necessarily, although eventually it would be great for all of us to share in the leadership of running this meditation and how that can benefit us and the people that we work with. So when we ask the question, who am I? Usually what comes up is, oh, I'm Javier. I'm a man. I am Latino. I'm a music teacher. I practice meditation. And the argument that many teachers have made, many meditation teachers have made, is that's the relative truth of who you are, but it's not the absolute truth of who you are. No one can tell you who you really are. That's for you to explore. And one way to explore that is through meditation. So that's what we're doing here today. My teacher and many teachers before him ask us to ponder this question, who are you really underneath it all? And the reason that we suffer if we only identify with our body and our mind and our beliefs, the reason we suffer when that's all we identify with is because those things change. Our mind changes. I changed my mind, right? Our body changes. Our body gets older. It starts to work differently. Our beliefs change. When we have new information, we change the way what we believe in. So when we base our identity, our sense of self, when we take our self-esteem from something that changes, then inevitably we will lose that and we will become depressed and anxious. Or if someone threatens that, we become fearful and reactive and even violent towards ourselves and other people. So the peace that we're all looking for and the truth that we're all looking for comes out of self-inquiry, looking inside and saying, what is the part of me that never changes? What is the part of me that never changes? And as much as we can through meditation, through different exercise, connect with the part of us that never changes. And if we can connect with the part of us that never changes, then we will have peace no matter what. Even things like I'm Latino or I belong to a certain group of people. We can enjoy that. I can enjoy being Latino, and I do. When the merengue music starts, you better believe I'm shaking my hips when the merengue music starts. I can enjoy that I am Latino. But if that's the only thing that I am, then I can give someone else the power to trigger me. Then if someone says I hate Latinos all of a sudden because that's all I think I am, then that person has the power to trigger me. Yes, I am Latino, but I am much more than that. My real identity is something way deeper than that. And if I can connect to that part of me that never changes, then no one has the power to trigger me. And that's the space that I want to get to. And that's the space I want us all to get to. Because we can be so at peace that no matter what anyone else says or does, or tries to put pressure on us, or tries to insult us, belittle us, put us down, it won't work. Because I know I'm something way bigger and way deeper than all of that. Am I making any sense? Let's at the least keep exploring that, and let's make that our intention for our time tonight and moving forward, that we're exploring who we really are underneath it all. So with that said, let's put 2 feet flat on the floor if you're sitting in a chair, or if you're sitting on the floor, legs crossed, and put your hands like little cups in your lap, wherever they fall naturally. This is a receptive posture. It sends a message to our subconscious mind that we're ready to receive something. We're making this intention right now that we are going to connect with that part of us that never changes. And for the purposes of us working together, we're going to use the language that Phyllis Crystal received. We're going to use the phrase or the word high C, or our higher consciousness. Some people like your true self. Whichever phrase is fine. It's just language. If you want to substitute something else, that's great. For the purposes of our work together, let's call it the higher consciousness, or the high C. That's the part of us that never changes, and it's the same in all of us. So first thing to do is to make sure that you check your projections onto me as a facilitator or a leader or anything like that. There's nothing special about me. I'm leading this work right now because I've practiced it and I've chosen to, but any one of us can lead this meditation and this work. So please watch out if you're projecting anything onto me about me being the master meditator, whatever, or you're mad at me about something maybe. Let's put that to the side for now. Right now, you're drawing a circle of light around you on the floor, arm's length apart, and just keep following that circle around you as a message to your subconscious that this is your own space, that you are running this meditation for yourself, that this work is between you and your higher consciousness and no one else. And we're going to make an intention right now to let your higher consciousness or the higher consciousness do this work. That if we did this work, we're trying to do it with our mind, and that's not what we're interested in. We're interested in connecting not with our mind, that's always going. That's our normal day to day. We can give our mind a break right now, give our mind time to rest, say thank you to your mind for all the things it helps us do every day. But right now, you can take a break. Right now, we're making an intention that we're giving up control to our own high C or the high C, and that's in charge of this work. You're in your own circle. Check your circle again. Follow your circle maybe with your nose. Continue drawing that circle around you. You're in your own space. You are safe. No one can go into your space or interrupt you. The worst thing that can happen is nothing. And the best thing that can happen is we get more in touch with our true self. Now, imagine there's a pole in the middle of our circle. We're all sitting in a circle together. We're all in our own circle. And then we're sitting in a circle together. There's a pole in the middle of the circle, stretching high up. And from the top of the pole are many color ribbons. Grab one of the ribbons in your left hand in your imagination. And now pull on that ribbon so that you can see how firmly connected it is to the top of the maypole. Whatever color ribbon is fine. And we're going to ask for 5 different kinds of energy to flow down the ribbon in the form of golden white light. And we're intending and imagining that this golden white light represents everything that is good for everyone, including love, truth, peace, nonviolence, right action, freedom, infinity, universality. And as we breathe in that light, we're imagining that light is giving us all of the nutrients that we need. Everything that we think is missing from us, we're getting from this light. And we don't need to know what we need, but we're going to trust that this light that comes from our higher consciousness is giving us everything that we need. So first, let us breathe in relaxing energy. Imagine relaxing energy streaming down your ribbon. Breathe in the relaxing energy. Feel this relaxing energy swirl around your body, relaxing any tense parts of you, any muscles, any soreness, any sensations in your chest, any nervous feelings. And we're gonna trust that this light is relaxing us to the perfect amount of relaxation, not too relaxed, the perfect amount of relaxation. And as we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out like a dark cloud, any stressful thoughts, any stressful feelings, any pressure we may be put under by others or by ourselves. You can also say we're going to breathe in pleasure and we're going to breathe out pressure. And we're going to allow this light to continue to relax us as much or as little as we need to be relaxed for us to do good and right action this week. We know that when we're relaxed, our capabilities in so many areas increases. Our ability to be intimate, our ability to think critically, to negotiate, to have humor, to remember things in sequential order, all of these things, problem solving, conflict resolution, all of these things increase when our relaxation increases. It's very useful for us to breathe in this relaxing energy. Next, we're going to breathe in healing energy. Imagine healing energy in the form of golden white light streaming down your ribbon. And as you breathe in this healing energy, imagine it healing any parts of your body, your physical body that needs healing, your emotional body, your mental body, your intuitive body, and your spiritual body. All parts of you being healed by this healing energy. To heal what is ready to be healed, and to heal parts of you that you didn't think could be healed. Making space for miraculous healing. Maybe there's been a pain or an illness your entire life, and you can't imagine what it's like to live without. We're making space right now for a miraculous healing to take place when we're ready for it. Only if it's okay for that to be healed. And you can say right now, yes, I'm ready for this to be healed in me. And breathe in more healing energy. And as you breathe out any pain, any thoughts about not being good enough to heal, or any fear of what it would be like to be completely healed. Anything that's preventing our healing, go ahead and breathe that out and breathe in more healing energy. And we're going to let that healing continue for the rest of the week. Now let's breathe in cleansing energy from the ribbon. Imagine it streaming down in the form of golden white light. And as we breathe in cleansing energy, imagine like tsunami of water just bursting inside you, washing away any gunk, any uncleanness in our physical body, in our emotional body, in our mental body, in our intuitive body, in our spiritual body. Imagine it all being washed away in this cleansing wave throughout every part of your body. And imagine that all of that uncleanness physically or emotionally, or any thoughts about you being impure or sullied or not good enough, imagine just all that washing away, flowing down to the ground. And imagine all of that gunk and residue is being completely absorbed by the earth, by Mother Nature, who can handle it, who knows exactly what to do with all of that, and it is gone. And breathe in more cleansing energy, just to give it one more rinse, so that we feel that squeaky clean feeling. We feel that purity in our body. We feel that purity of heart, purity of mind, purity of spirit, and that we're very, very pleasing to our high C. We can even ask to our high C, am I pleasing to you? And the high C will always say, of course. Incredible, beautiful, lovely, pure, yes. And in that assurance, we're going to ask that cleansing energy to continue. We don't need to know what needs to be cleansed. We're just trusting that as a continual process is going to keep happening as we move throughout our work. Next, let's ask for strengthening, re-energizing energy to flow down our ribbon in the form of golden white light as we breathe in this re-energizing, strengthening energy. We're going to ask every muscle, every cell, every bone, every organ, every membrane to open up to receive this energy, this re-energizing, strengthening energy. When we're all asking each other, how are you? Many people respond, I'm so tired. And it's true that our brain consumes about 39% of our daily calories, and that a lot of our exhaustion comes from the nonstop mind and the nonstop thoughts. So this week, as we catch ourselves using the mind inefficiently, meaning the mind is giving attention and importance to things that we have no control over, that we catch ourselves in the act, that this energy is giving us the strength to catch our mind in the act of the overthinking. And then we can connect to the Maypole in that moment and ask for more strengthening, re-energized energy, that every cell, bone, membrane, organ of our body opens up to receive this energy, and that we feel the tingle of that energy emanating from us, radiating from us, as if we were the very sun that shines, that helps everything grow that its light touches. And we are stronger than the challenges we face. We that want success, we that want expansion, will run into problems, and we breathe in this energy to remind us that we are stronger than our problems, that more success usually comes with more or at least a different set of problems, so that we can say to the problems we have now, I've got this. I've got strengthening energy, re-energizing energy to help me to overcome this problem. And when I overcome this problem, I know I will be rewarded with more success, more expansion, more truth, more love. We have this infinite strength, infinite fountain of strength and energy to call upon when we need. Let's ask that strengthening, re-energizing energy to continue for the rest of the week. And before we go on to the next energy, we're going to check in with ourselves. Are we still connected to our ribbon? Are we still connected to the Maypole? Are we still connected to the higher consciousness, to our true selves? Draw your circle once again. Make sure your circle is clear as you can in your mind. Maybe you visualize things in a different way. That's okay too. Maybe it's with words and not images. However you're visualizing, check in with yourself, check in with your circle. You're still safe, you're here. And we still have this intention that we're leading our own meditation. We're getting closer to connecting to our higher consciousness, our true self. Finally, let's ask for love energy to stream down our ribbon. And let's breathe in fully this love energy, this not romantic love, this universal, unconditional love that we can have an infinite supply from our own high seed, that we can call upon this love anytime we are feeling unlovable and unworthy. Many of us will only feel loved when we have someone else's love. But that love from someone else changes. It can change. And when we base our joy and our happiness in something that can change, well, eventually when things change, we are knocked off balance. And instead of needing someone else's love to be happy, we can call upon this universal love. And this love we can get in an unlimited supply. The love we get from others can be limited, especially if they are not connected to their own high C. And that's not your job to help connect them to their own high C. Your job is to connect to your high C, for you to ask for this infinite source of love, and for you to be this example of unconditional love. And imagine how powerful your love can be for others, how infinite your love can be once you are grounded and rooted in this love that comes from your own high C. And your high C loves you exactly as you are right now. And if your high C can love you exactly as you are right now, then that can be the example of you loving yourself. Let's take that example from our high C. Let's put our arms around ourselves right now and out loud or in your inner ear say, I love me. I love me. I love me as exactly as I am right now. I'm absolutely perfect as I am right now and getting better and better every day. You can now relax your hands back like little cups. Now that we've received this love and we can call upon this love anytime, and we ask this love to keep flowing in our lives so that we can be instruments of love and freedom in the world. We also know that love that is not shared is like water in an old tire on the lawn. It becomes toxic. So it behooves us to give this love and send it elsewhere. Bring into your imagination someone that you feel needs this love, this unconditional, infinite love. Don't forget about difficult people. Difficult people need love too. They wouldn't be so difficult if they had more love. And remember also people who are not doing well, people who are sick, people who are elderly and lonely, people in hospitals, children who are suffering, people who are suffering in silence with mental health crisis, unable to get support, people suffering from war, poverty. Bring that person into your imagination. Put your hands together, palms together, and then touch your heart chakra with your fingers extended out towards them. And breathe in this love from the high C. And as you breathe out, you're sending that love to that person. Like a mailman, you don't have to open the envelope. You don't have to know what's inside the envelope. You're just sending that love. And relax your hands. Again, like little cups on your thighs. Think of a group of people that can use this love. What is a group of people that can use this love? Put your palms together. Touch your palms to your heart. Fingers extended outwards, and send this love to that group of people. We don't have to know what they need. We just are sending them this love. And do not worry if these people are not open to receiving this love. They won't receive it. It's consent only. If they do not receive it, it will find someone else that is open to receiving the love. Our job is the sending. We're not responsible for the receiving. So relax your hands once more in your lap. And one more, just think of a certain part of the world, a geographical location in the world. Maybe you have a bird's eye view from space and you're seeing this part, this territory, this part of this country that could really use some love right now. Put your palms together, touching your heart, fingers extended outwards, and just send the love to that part of that country, to that territory. And go ahead and relax your palms into your lap once more. And that's all we have to do. And some people will say, that's too simple. Because in our adult cerebral mental world, only if it's complex and complicated does it have value. But often what actually works in this work is the most simple thing. And if we all did this together, it would have an incredible impact on the world. And finally, we're checking in with our high C, with our higher consciousness, and we're saying thank you for all of the gifts that we've received tonight, for all that has happened in us, within us. 99.99%, we have no idea what just happened. We're just so grateful to be more connected to our true self. And let that continue this week. And anytime we need, we can connect to the Maypole and imagine that we're all connected in the same way, and ask for all of these wonderful gifts that we need. Now, slowly, like a cat or a dog, start to wiggle your fingers and toes, stretch out your limbs, stretch in any way that feels good. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes again, coming back to here and now, to this place that we are together. And with a lot of gratitude for being able to do this work together. Thank you. So very grateful. Take your time coming back. And as we get ready to review our value of the week for this week, please write in the chat, how do you feel after that exercise? One word or several words. This week, Thursday, I am happy to share that I am doing my first standalone webinar. This is for teachers of all kinds, whether you are a traditional classroom teacher, whether you are an orchestra teacher and you work with students, whether you are a coach or a mentor of any kind, psychologist, parent. This is a workshop, thank you, Ivan, about practicing in your personal life and then teaching human values. What's been on my heart recently is how teachers of all kinds are under a lot of pressure to do all of the things to do everything, to teach the content area, but to be there socially and emotionally, to have a personal relationship with all the students or all the clients, and then taking work home, and then almost what do we have left at the end of the day for our own families? My idea is we should do what we can to make this work sustainable for ourselves so that we can stay taking care of people long term. Because what I'm seeing is a lot of teachers, a lot of coaches, psychologists burning out, getting too tired, and leaving to go work at a bank. So what I'm suggesting and what we're going to talk about in this webinar, and I put the link in the chat for you, is how do we make, using human values, how do we make this work of taking care of other people more sustainable so that we can do it long term? So I invite you to take advantage of this opportunity and to share it with any and all kinds of teachers in your life so that we can grow in this work together and support each other, because we do want to change the world. We want to make the world a better place, but we want to be strategic about that so that we can stay doing this work for a long time. Value of the week this week, through the lens of right action, is environmentalism. And our thought of the week is save the world, save ourselves. This week, we practice environmentalism through the lens of the universal human value of right action. This week's objective is to treat the earth with the same love and respect that you show to yourself and to others. Let's take good care of the beautiful world we live in by keeping it safe for everyone. So in that beautiful meditation that we did the cleansing energy. Cleansing energy comes through, washes away all our gunk, and Mother Earth is very strong and swallows all of that up. We get our sustenance from Mother Earth, Pachamama. She takes care of us, and we can take care of her too by thinking about how we spend our money, by thinking about how we use electricity, and by thinking about how we take care of ourselves, because we are nature. And if we take care of ourselves, we are taking care of Mother Earth. So my quick tip this week, especially when you feel the pressure of work, go outside, take your bare feet and put your bare feet in the ground to do some grounding, because we are very electrical beings, and putting our feet on the bare ground helps to stabilize our energy. That is one quick tip. And then finding other ways to be in right relationship with Mother Earth. Part of the work we're doing with human values is teaching the next generation how to be good citizens of the earth. And when we all have a chance to express human values, that's good for the earth. And what I want us to do, the vision that I see for us in this movement, is for us to take the love we have in our hearts and freely give it to everyone all around the world. But before we do that, we start in our own garden. We start with our own garden. And then our love, it's impossible to keep it within, and we must share it with the world. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time tonight. If there's anyone who wants to say anything, please hop on the microphone and share right now. Otherwise, please join us for the webinar Thursday night, 8 p.m. And if anything else you need, please reach out. We're at your service. You've made today an amazing day just by you being you. There's no one like you in the whole world, and I like you just the way you are. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time. Ciao. Muchísimas gracias. Familia.